Please go subscribe to the Rumble channel for Franchise Sports TV under the name FSTV22. Now, I'm using that Rumble channel for any purposes of me getting kicked off YouTube and also for more of my spicier joints. It's free as well. I have the freedom to say whatever I want to say as well. So go subscribe to FSTV22. That is Franchise Sports TV 22 on Rumble. Last night escalated quickly. I wasn't expecting all that to happen. That could have took me off guard right there. But some of you might know what I'm talking about. The elephant in the room, which I will not name, and I will not address on this video. I might address it at the end of my end of the year video I'm about to make coming up soon. I'm gonna address it over there a little bit. But yeah, some of you might know already what happened last night. And some of you might not know. I made 2 videos on it addressing it. And let it be. I'm gonna let it be as it's gonna be right now. As Paul McCartney once said, let it be. Let it be. But there was one thing I wanted to point out that actually bothered me more than said event that happened last night with a certain somebody on YouTube. I wanted to address this as part of the fire series I was having towards because I wanted to end this year on a big bang. But but this video is gonna be a lesser aggressive. I cannot talk right now. Sorry. A lesser, maybe not lesser, but not so aggressive video like I was doing on other videos previously. So I only seen one person talk about that. Actually, I saw 2 people talk about that. I saw 2 Raw talk about this early in the week. And I also saw another YouTuber, Uncut Hoops, talk about this as well. So Udonis Halsem, I think he was on some podcast with Bam out of Bio. I forgot the name of it. It's not even important, but Bam addressed where they was retiring Bill Russell's number 6 in Miami. I think everybody's known by now that Bill Russell's number 6 has been retired out of the league, so nobody else can use it. One of the reasons why LeBron went back to 23, I guess. Man just can't make up his mind what number he want to use. But yeah, no longer can use number 6. He's retired. Miami Heat at the time only retired probably Dwayne Wade, I think, maybe Alonzo Mourning, maybe even Shaq, if I'm correct, number. And they also retired Michael Jordan's number. We all know Michael Jordan's number is retired because Pat Riley had the utmost respect for Michael Jordan. But Udonis Halsem was not a fan of Bill Russell hanging, jersey being hung, or number being retired. Not in these same exact words, but he pretty much said, why in the hell is retiring his number? Basically, because you don't know, the Heat and Celtics had this rivalry. Still do. I think the Heat and Celtics rivalry probably started early 2000s, I think. 2010s, I mean. With LeBron going to LeBron going to the Heat, and then you had the big 3 in the Celtics, and then I want to say pretty much it died down for the most part, and then in the last few years it's kind of heating up back again, no pun intended, with this new version of the Heat and Celtics. As we got to see, actually the last 2 years, the Eastern Conference Finals, the last 2 years have been 7-game series between these 2 teams. So it's pretty heated. And Udonis having pretty much said respect, but no respect when it comes to Bill Russell. He didn't want to see that number up there. Why we got to retire that number? So my whole thing is, Udonis Halsem, I know you were the I think he was the longest Heat player to ever play for that team, because the Heat's history only go back to the late 80s to 1988, I think. So, and at the time, the Heat was pretty much up until, let's say, probably the late 90s, was pretty much a team who was you know, trying to find his foot in the NBA. So pretty much, yeah, he's been around. Probably the longest tenure from a Heat player is him. Then probably next might be Dwayne Wade. But we all know he was an enforcer, the long-standing Heat player that been there through 3 different decades, through the beginnings of the Heat. I mean, beginnings of Dwayne Wade and the Heatles, and now with Jimmy Butler. Um, Dude, Bill Russell pretty much paved the way for all you guys to do what you guys have to do. I have the most respect for the African American players of the NBA for what they had to go through, for the real racism they had to go through, particularly Bill Russell playing in Boston, all the crap that he had to take, all that pent up rage that he had, that I actually learned myself and more in depth in the last couple of years, all the stuff that he had to go through. So I think he deserves to be having retired in all stadiums, and there shouldn't be any disrespect over his number going up. And I'm not even talking about Bill Russell, the basketball player. I'm just talking about Bill Russell, the person as well. So, yeah, Udonis Halsem, you out of pocket for that one. And I think you can go. I forgot what podcast that was. Somebody's probably gonna get mad at me because you should have named the podcast. But you know what? At this point, it's late at night. It's whatever. I don't really care. I had a eventful day. But yeah, you can go see for yourself. You can go watch Two Raw's video. Shout out to him. You can watch Uncut Hoops video. They have more, probably in depth to it. I'm just addressing just the disrespect that he said. It's just some of these dudes, man. They should be saying anything that come out of their mouth. But like I said, if it wasn't for people like Bill Russell and others, even you want to go beyond basketball and talk about the other pioneers, black pioneers in these professional sports like a Jackie Robinson. I can't really show disrespect to that. I can't do that. I just can't. As an African American man, I can't do it. As much as I don't really align to any weird political group or Black Lives Matter, none of that crap. I don't do none of that crap. But I'm just saying, as far as a African American man trying to play sports in America back in the day, I have the utmost respect. Just the history of my family. My grandpa had to go through some of the same things in Milwaukee in the early. When is he born? What was he born? 1928. So pretty much probably the 40s into the 50s, mainly the 40s as a younger person, because he was like a track star and football star, and he had to go through so much crap with the racism too. So I understand where all that comes from. So, but yeah, Udonis Halsem, you're way out of pocket on this one.